He wasn't the most hyped player coming into the league, but today, he's one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game. Travis Kelce's journey to NFL superstardom wasn't a straight shot to the top. In fact, it almost didn't happen at all. Coming out of Cincinnati, Kelce had the raw talent, the size, and the swagger. But when the 2013 NFL Draft rolled around, 62 players were taken before his name was finally called. The Kansas City Chiefs took a chance on him in the third round, hoping they had found a diamond in the rough. But from the very start, Kelce's career was on shaky ground. Just as he was settling into the NFL, disaster struck. A knee injury sidelined him for almost his entire rookie season. One game. That's all he played. The doubt started creeping in. Was this it? Was Travis Kelce just another mid-round pick who never panned out? He had the talent, but could he stay healthy? Could he adjust to the speed and intensity of the NFL? Then in 2014, everything changed. Kelce came back stronger, more determined than ever, and when he finally stepped onto the field, he didn't just play, he dominated. His second season, 862 yards and 5 touchdowns. Kansas City had found its X factor. This was only the beginning of Travis Kelce's rise, and the NFL had no idea what was coming next. Every great quarterback needs a trusted weapon. Montana had Rice, Brady had Gronk, and for Patrick Mahomes, his go-to guy has always been Travis Kelce. But this wasn't just a quarterback and a tight end, it was a chemistry unlike anything the NFL had ever seen. When Mahomes took over as the Chiefs starter in 2018, everything changed. Kelce became more than just a reliable target. He became unstoppable. Defenders couldn't keep up with his route running. His hands were automatic, and his ability to turn short passes into big plays made Kansas City's offense lethal. And the numbers? They were historic. Kelce wasn't just playing the tight end position, he was rewriting the rules. 2015. First Pro Bowl selection, the first sign that Kelce was destined for greatness. No one had ever seen a TE put up wide receiver-like numbers year after year. Kelce became the first tight end in history to record 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Legends like Rob Gronkowski and Tony Gonzalez set the bar high, but Kelce, he shattered their records. Most receiving yards in a single season by a tight end. Fastest tight end to 10,000 career yards. He wasn't just in the conversation for the greatest tight end of all time. He was making his case as the greatest. But it wasn't just about the stats. Kelce brought swagger, energy, and a personality that electrified the game. The Kelce Shuffle became a signature touchdown celebration. The charisma, unmatched, and his passion for the game, contagious. He was a showman, a leader, a playmaker, and by now there was no doubt. Travis Kelce had become the best tight end in football, but his story was far from over, because next, he would cement his legacy as a champion. For years, Travis Kelce had been one of the NFL's most dominant tight ends, but there was one thing missing, a Super Bowl ring. The 2019 season was different. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, had built an offense that was unstoppable. Speed, power, precision, and at the center of it all, Travis Kelce. Then came the playoffs, and Kansas City found itself on the brink of elimination. Down 24-0 to the Texans in the divisional round, Kelce took over, 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter. A performance for the ages. Momentum carried them all the way to Super Bowl 54, where Kelce had the biggest moment of his career. The Chiefs were trailing late in the game. The pressure was suffocating. But when Kansas City needed a play, Mahomes looked to his most trusted weapon, Kelce. End zone. Touchdown. The moment the Chiefs took control, the moment they knew they were about to win it all. And when the clock hit 0, Super Bowl champions. They said we couldn't do it. Now we're champions. Kelce's voice boomed through the confetti-filled stadium. The passion, the emotion, the years of hard work had finally paid off. But his journey wasn't over. 3 years later, Kelce found himself back on the sport's biggest stage. But this time, it was personal. Super Bowl 57. Chiefs versus Eagles. Travis versus Jason. The first time in NFL history, 2 brothers faced off in a Super Bowl, and the world was watching. What followed was an absolute thriller, a back-and-forth war between 2 powerhouse teams. Kelce, as always, showed up under the brightest lights. Another Super Bowl touchdown, another game-changing performance. And in the end, Kansas City lifted the Lombardi Trophy once again. The greatest tight end in football had just cemented his legacy. It started with a simple gesture, a friendship bracelet.